Number 1. Swedish Glass Museum. Despite the name, this attraction is also a county museum, dedicated to Småland and established in the 18th century. There's still a sizable exhibition about the county and its culture and history. But since the 1930s it has turned its focus to Sweden's glass industry, appropriate as Vaxjo is billed as the capital of the Kingdom of Crystal. Number 2. Vaxjo Cathedral. The story of the city's red brick and ashlar cathedral begins in the 13th century, when a masonry church replaced a wooden structure that burnt down. Fire has a big role in the cathedral's past, and a lot of the architecture is from a restoration in the middle of the 19th century following a blaze in the century before. In the whitewashed interior, seek out the Gustavian organ case, dating to the 18th century. Number 3. Swedish Immigrant Institute. Between 1843 and 1930 there was an exodus of around 1.3 million Swedes to North America. This was an enormous event, considering the population of Sweden today is just shy of 10 million. The Swedish Immigrant Institute researches this wave of emigration, and has a museum with exhibitions charting the causes and consequences of the exodus. Number 4. Lena Parkin. Curling around the north shore of Vaxjo is the city's main park. You could come to relax by the water, or head off on a wander to see what you can find. Because there's interesting history in the form of the Caroliner Huset. This building dates to 1715 and was a high school up to 1850. Its most famous student was none other than the world-changing taxonomist Carl Linnaeus. Number 5. Cronenberg Castle. For around 200 years this stronghold was on the border between Sweden and Denmark and duly bore the brunt of serious fighting. It was besieged, captured, reduced to rubble by the Danes no fewer than 3 times, and was rebuilt after each attack. Finally, after the Treaty of Roskilde in 1658 secured peace between the Sweden and Denmark, the fortress became obsolete and was abandoned. Number 6. Thor. Berthed near the castle is a steamboat, the S/S Thor, which celebrated its 130th anniversary in 2017. Thor makes regular sightseeing trips around the lake in the summer months, with additional sailings scheduled for weekends. The boat is owned by the Halland County Museum and until the 1930s transported freight and passengers between Rapp and Asa. Number 7. Teleborg Water Tower. Just past the city's southern limits is a nondescript-looking water tower that is more fun than it might seem at first glance. That's because the vaults in the tower produce the most amazing, sustained echoes, and people make their way from the city just to hear their voices bouncing off the walls. Naturally, the tower is no more than a cheerful detour, but it promises a bit of free entertainment, more so if you have children with you. Number 8. Desto Gamla Krka. This monument is managed by the Swedish National Heritage Board and so remains open every day. What you'll discover here is the nave of a 13th century church. And while this is quite modest from the outside, the interior is adorned with vivid frescoes from the 1200s that have never been painted over. Number 9. Vaxjo Cathedral. If the weather takes a turn for the worse, you could pass an hour or 2 perusing art at the Municipal gallery. Entrance is free, as are the exhibitions for both Swedish and international art. The shows are very diverse and are designed to get people of all ages and backgrounds thinking about and discussing art. Number 10. Little Rock Lake Zipline. Journey north into the Småland wilderness and before long you'll come to a new adventure center. This is a group of zipline courses raised high above the forest floor by towers. There are 3 routes, light green/blue, black, and kamikaze. As you may gather, these vary in length, difficulty, and speed. Hope you like this video. For more videos, please subscribe to our channel.